listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio, man. We are here once again. Man, this morning we have a special guest. We have the one and only, you see him on TV all the time, is Matt Gutman. He is promoting a new book that you need to check out. It is No Time to Panic, How I Curb My Anxiety and Conquer a Lifetime of Panic Attacks. First and foremost, man, how you doing today, Matt?
I'm feeling pretty good, Shamaya. Thank you. Yeah.
Man,
how about you?
Man, doing excellent, man. So tell us about your first experience facing a panic attack and how did you diagnose that was what you was going through?
You know, the first time I couldn't diagnose it. It was in college. I'd spent a year writing this thesis and, I knew this thing cold. Literally, it was 200 pages. It's all I did. Anyway, I go up on the podium and suddenly I feel like the floor dropped out. I feel like my heart was about to burst out of my chest. I couldn't swallow, couldn't remember how to swallow. It felt like a pack of rabid cats were clawing up my neck. And I don't remember anything I said. I think everybody must have thought I was a complete idiot. And I basically almost fell into my seat afterwards. And I didn't know what it was. And it took me years to figure out that these episodes of nerves, as I called them, were panic attacks. And I'd been on air nationally on ABC radio and TV for many years before I finally diagnosed that these were full-on debilitating, sweating through my underwear and shirt panic attacks. And then still I had them for years and years and years without learning how to fix it and what to do about it. I just kind of suffered through it.
And being a well-seasoned professional, I mean, like you said, ABC News chief national correspondent, multi-award-winning reporter. I mean, the list is super long, but when it comes to being a professional and having to go through these things, in the book, you talk about talking to a complete stranger about your struggles. What was it like to be able to just carry through this challenge, but also being successful?
I felt like I had to be a professional, which meant I couldn't talk to anybody about it because I was, chief national correspondent of ABC News. I've got to have my stuff dialed down. And it wasn't until I had this catastrophic mistake on air during our coverage of Kobe Bryant's helicopter crash that it all came crashing down. And that was it wasn't the start of the book. It was the start of me saying, all right, I got to put everything aside and fix myself. So I had a month-long suspension. And, my dad was killed in a plane crash when I was 12, same age pretty much as Gianna, and my dad was the same age as Kobe. So the stuff was swirling in my head, and I basically couldn't separate these two things. And so for a year, I tried, and this is all in the book, obviously, No Time to Panic, but I tried every pill that my psychiatrist could give me. I tried hypnosis and all this stuff. And about a year later, I had my last panic attack on air in December 2020, and I got on this plane and I did something I'd never done before, which is just talk to a random person about my stuff, about my panic. My job day to day, Shamaya, is to talk to strangers, but not about myself. And so I spilled the beans, man. I told her everything. I suffer panic. I'm so ashamed. I'm so embarrassed. I have this guilt. And she shared with me that she also had panic and her daughter has panic. And we're still friends. She's in the book. And I realized that people who panic, first of all, I knew statistically that about a third to almost half of Americans will experience a panic in their lifetime. But when you start sharing with people, you realize how it really affects their lives. And the sharing was this great medicine. I'm like, wow, I feel so much better. And I realized this is why people go to priests. This is why people go to confession. This is why people go and tell random strangers and share with friends. And it gave me the courage to start telling everybody about this. And that was really the catalyst for writing this book. Not only that sharing helped me, and it really helped me a lot, but it can help a lot of other people who are experiencing this and are too embarrassed to talk about it and are too weighed down by that 1,000 pounds of shame that people who suffer panic carry around with them.
Once again, talking to a legend today, Matt Gutman. You can get his book right now, No Time to Panic, How I Curb My Anxiety and Conquer a Lifetime of Panic Attacks. I know you're super busy. My time is up. I want to say thanks again, sir, for your time.
Oh, Shemaya, it was such a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much.